And now we bring you Southeast Asia Bulletin. Cholapansa Nerula joins us from Bangkok. She has all the latest from the region. Hello, Cholapansa.
Hello and Sawasdee Ka. We start today's bulletin with a look at the fallout from the recent bomb attacks in the Thai capital. The government is struggling to come up with measures to put an end to the unrest that is widely believed to grow out of deep political dissatisfaction on the part of some segments of Thai society. At least 3 bombs exploded across Bangkok over the weekend, injuring several pedestrians and terrifying the capital's residents. These latest in a series of bombings over recent months seems to demonstrate that measures taken by the authorities so far, including the declaration of a state of emergency, have failed to ensure calm. The recent spate of blasts has prompted the police to offer the equivalent of $3,000 for information.
We're offering a cash reward to anyone providing information on the bombers that leads to a prosecution.
The National Police Chief said there was no need to ask the country's military for help. Many experts believe that the government will not lift the state of emergency in Bangkok anytime soon due to the bombings. One of the most talked about Commonwealth Games in history begins in less than a week. Over the weekend, athletes from across the former British Empire started to descend on India's capital, New Delhi. Their arrivals follow reports of infrastructure problems, corruption scandals, and security concerns.
I'm not saying everything is ready, but most is ready.
The chair of the Games organizing committee says there are only a few issues left to deal with, but time is running out. Delegations from England, Scotland and Wales have already arrived. Participants from Malaysia and Singapore will also be coming to India to take part in the multi-sport competition. The presence of the athletes has organizers scrambling to get everything ready. At the same time, they're trying to deal with a mountain of negative coverage. Problem after problem has marred the run-up to the Commonwealth Games, an event that's held every 4 years. Among the issues, the collapse of a pedestrian bridge, the shooting of 2 tourists, and concerns about cleanliness in the athletes' village. So far, 3 athletes from Australia have pulled out, citing health concerns and the risk of a militant attack. This international event was supposed to be India's coming out party, something that would bolster its reputation as a growing regional power. But some feel the country has started off on the wrong foot. And now we have a report from Vietnam. 35 years have passed since the end of the Vietnam War, and 2/3 of the country's population was born after the war. A man is working to pass on fading memories of the war. NHK World's Mari Yamada has more.
Dong Hoi is in Quang Binh province in central Vietnam. The district preserves a former battlefield showing how people used to live. Nguyen Xuan Liang is in charge of maintaining this district. During the war, Liang was sent to Dong Hoi as a medical clerk and witnessed brutal fighting. After the war ended, he moved to Hanoi, but he came back here 7 years ago. When he turned 60, he was urged to pass on his wartime experiences.
I want many people to remember that today's peace was only possible due to many sacrifices, so it's very precious.
On this day, Liang guided a group of local high school students. The big pond is believed to be a crater made by US bombing. Bombshell fragments are on display as well.
Here I stand on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. People used to bring supplies through these narrow, wild trails during wartime.
Part of the Ho Chi Minh Trail is preserved in this area. This trench was a lifeline to the soldiers on the front line.
Soldiers walked many kilometers, carrying more than 30 kilograms of guns and supplies.
Many young people today don't know about the war, but here they can glimpse what it was like at the time.
I'm learning a lot more from being here than from textbooks. I can feel and learn about the intensity of the war.
Lian has another duty, one he considers to be his mission. Lian visits burial places of the war dead and records the names, the towns of origin, and other information he sees on grave markers. Many Vietnamese still do not know the burial places of their loved ones who died in the war. Lian is still looking for the place where his younger brother was buried. He is hoping to reunite as many war dead as possible with their families. On the internet, Lian posts information from burial sites and accepts inquiries from families. So far, he's posted information on 4,300 people, and more than 30 families have found the graves of their loved ones. Lian receives many letters thanking him.
In one letter, a person said he was able to take his elder brother's remains back to their hometown to bury him there. Our country built peace after experiencing the cruelty of the war. I want to tell everyone that we should never repeat such a war.
Lian hopes to reach out not only to local youth, but to many foreign visitors. He wants to offer them a chance to think about Vietnam's wartime experience. Maria Mada, NHK World, Dong Hoi, Central Vietnam.
That's it for our Southeast Asian Bulletin. I'm Cholapansar Narula reporting from Bangkok. Swadee ka.